exactly what I hug. I know exactly who I hug and how many times.
What the
Restaurant Punk, what's up?
Restaurant Punk! Restaurant Punk!
Restaurant Punk!
Anyway,
Oh, yes?
the moral of the story is that
What is the moral of that story?
the moral of the story is if you're trying to digest information like quickly, just like turn the playback speed up, and then
Yeah.
you can digest that shit. Really
But do you still learn? Like, you still
no, like 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, like especially like if you're on like a time crunch, like and you just like gotta like watch the shit or digest whatever this information is like really quick.
Yeah.
Just like turn the playback speed up, listen to it, on your way to do whatever, and it's there. I don't know.
Do you ever have, now that you're making me think, someone, like it could be a coworker or a family member or a friend, where they just take forever to tell their story, and you're just like, playback speed.
Oh, are you doing that because I've like told a couple stories?
No,
this,
you
like,
made me. No, you made me.
stories. And
No, you made me think of this person that I used to work with, and for whatever reason, every time she spoke, I just wanted to just shut her up. Like it was just awful. And I thought about it, like trying to like break down like what my issue was, and I realized
Voice.
Okay, so yeah, her voice was annoying, but aside from that, she would start like it was gonna be a really interesting story, and it never was.
Right.
Number one. Number two, what not only is it not interesting, there's way too many details about your uninteresting story.
Right.
And then it always involved her bragging about how some guy wanted her or some shit. But it was just a lot. And every time she spoke, I would get really frustrated.
Is she hot?
She is. She was a very attractive woman.
Oh, she was very attractive?
She
Oh,
is.
sorry.
She is.
Oh, she's still around.
But I remember
I thought she was
one
dead.
of my coworkers found that she was annoying too, right? And so, but she wanted to get some background information, some kind of story. So she was asking her. So she was encouraging her to speak. And it was next to me. So I'm texting her. I'm like, please stop. Please stop. Please take it somewhere else. And then I started calling her. The phone's right in front of her. She's not picking up my call. I'm like telling her to shut up. Like, take it in another room. I don't want to hear it. But sometimes like, I had another coworker, it was a guy, and he would just constantly talk and brag about himself. And it was just, it never ended. And finally one day I'm like, I just can't deal with you. Can you just not talk to me? Just our energies aren't meshing. And it's just not.
Oh, Mercury was not retrograde. No, was that
It wouldn't matter if it was or if it wasn't.
Okay, I don't
It was
know.
that,
I'm still
yeah.
trying to learn the crystal methods. Or
And I think, when it's your friend, you can say something, right? If it's your
Always.
coworker, you probably shouldn't say something, but me, I do, right? But then what happens when it's your employee?
tell me to
Oh,
shut
and
up.
They're like, just like
Right?
fucking, like talking.
Do you just let them
talking.
keep talking?
No, I just tell them to stop talking.
I
Like, that's it. It's over.
So
You
what'll
have a time
happen
limit.
is sometimes, right, like I'll like walk in and they've like got like everybody's got like 1,000 things, right? And it's like all of a sudden like I'll walk in and it'll just be like blah, 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 and I'll just go like this. I'll be like, okay.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, no, we're done. We're done. I'm like one at a time.
Stop.
Lizzie.
Do you really do this?
Yeah, I go
Yes,
like that.
that's
And
his
I
thing.
literally will do it. Like they'll like start like going and it'll just be like, and they'll be like, no, but, and I'll be like, no.
Do you give
Bring
them
it
the
in.
microphone then?
No,
Like,
no, I'm like, this is like me, like, it's like in my mind, I've like grabbed their voices and like just
Silenced
crushed
them.
them. I'm like,
Hopes and
I've like
dreams.
snatched like the voices and like fucking like Ursula from The Little Mermaid, just like snatch their voice and be like, okay, reel that in. Okay, one at a time. Lizzie, what is the problem? Okay, the toilet. Okay, it overflowed. You cleaned it. Okay, good. Next, Lucas, what is the problem?
Do they stand in line?
Brussels sprouts. You need more. You have Brussels sprouts. They fell on the floor.
he does like a little
washed them.
clipboard.
Okay. You ordered them. They're coming. All right. Perfect. Done. Next. Next in line. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's work-related stuff. Your staff is talking to you about stuff that's their personal lives. Like, at any point, are you like, just like, cut to the chase?
By the way, I said I don't want to know about it.
No. Sometimes
I don't care.
I enjoy some of the bullshittery sometimes. Like, so I'm also like,
Hold on.
I need.
Hold on.
Okay. If I'm in the mood for it, like I need it. Like it provides me
Yeah.
like some good entertainment. So I'm
Yeah.
like, please. Please let me hear what were the tales? Yep. I'm like, okay, so you were out this weekend. I was like, oh, you got shit faced. That's bad. And I'm like, oh, you did that.
You pooped yourself?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So like I enjoy sometimes like when they tell me like, personal bullshit stories. I think they're funny.
Yeah, I can imagine
Right.
it being entertaining. But what if like the
Now-
story is just really long and
Now,
you
I
just
have
aren't
worked-
getting there?
I have worked with people that I really okay. So I used to work with this one lady. I know. I used to call her.
Liz?
No. I used to call her Nettie Spaghetti.
I'm sorry, what?
I used to call her Nettie Spaghetti.
Does she know this? To her face?
Now she
I
knows
used to
this
call-
now.
Yeah.
I used to call her like Spaghetti, right? So I used to call her Spaghetti, and I called her that because she like it rhymed with Nettie, and the spaghetti was because she was just like all over the fucking place, man. It was just like one like slippery bitch in conversation, terrible. And so I could not fucking. So I used to be working in the front, and she would come up there and she'd be like, and Nick, and I'm going to tell you, and my son, and we went there, and I would just be like, yeah, that's great. And I would like walk away from her, and he would like follow me around the fucking restaurant and just tell me about her whole fucking life story. And I'd be like, yeah, that's cool. Oh, you know what? I'll be right back. I got to go to the bathroom. And I would like fucking leave. Like I couldn't like deal with it. I would leave the counter.
Yeah.
Like and go to the bathroom. This is like I'm talking like the preseason when it's like dead.
You couldn't just say I don't want to know your story.
I felt bad, man. I couldn't just do it.
You have to say no.
There would be times when I'd be like, Spaghetti, listen. Why don't you go focus on some other things? I'm gonna focus on this right now, and like you can just go like why don't you just worry about the register? Just worry about that. She'd be like, there's nobody here, Nick, and I'm just like, I get that. Just like focus on that because I can't.
Got a lot of hands going today right now.
Yeah, I can't deal with it.
Well, you know what's funny? Because like I know this. Like I know like when you try to reassign people to do other things.
Me?
Yes. Well, but like that's one of your strategies. So sometimes I'll be talking to him and I'll think, is he doing this shit to me? Is this what's
Have you been
happening?
reassigned?
Are you reassigning me somewhere? Are you like,
Oh my
is
goodness.
this code talk? Because I'll go somewhere else. I'll talk to someone who wants to talk to me.
Has he done this to you?
I'm pretty sure he has. I don't recall. No, I don't know. You
I
have.
just want to see it now.
I've shown me, but I don't know if you've done it to
It's
me.
only
'Cause
like
I can imagine.
It's only like if I'm like really like overwhelmed, like, and I don't intentionally do it.
Yeah.
But it's just like it's like the subconscious level thing where I'm just like, okay, like stop. It's like
just wanna punch
it's
him in
like
the face,
no,
don't you?
it's not. It's not a fist. It's just like it's just like a grabbing it to like hone in on like one thing. I'm like I can't. So it's like I'm grabbing, like I said, like their voices out of the air.
Voices in my
And
head.
just like I'm like I can't.
I would say give
hone
them
it in.
forms that they fill out to talk to you.
What?
A little form that they
They
fill
should have
out.
like a time slot.
Yeah,
They
like
get a
your
time slot.
slot.
Oh yeah.
From like
gotta,
They
like,
give,
fill out
and they have to
forms.
submit it the day before. Whatever question they have, what they think they might have for you.
Yeah, but I've definitely like worked with people that like I couldn't fucking stand like the shit that they're talking about. It's
Yeah, see, I
fucking
just
terrible.
can't do it. I just like I don't want to hear it. Like Katie has would always have a story about something. Like I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what you did or who you did or what horse you fucked.
Okay,
or
but
whatnot.
like you see, but you're
I just
like
can't do it.
but you're like the owner, right? But now it's like it's your coworker. Now you guys have to
Yeah.
to get along with that fucking person.
No, you
right?
don't.
No, you don't.
A coworker? No.
No, you don't.
Wrong.
Yeah,
Not
you
my
don't
book.
have to. You don't have to get along with them, but it's in your best interest to get
No.
along with your coworkers.
No.
Okay,
I mean,
if you're
yes.
working in a restaurant and you're like a tip thing, or if like your tip point, it's in your best interest to try to get along with
within,
the
No,
within the
you just-
scope of your job, but not like
you just
in
have
life.
to be copacetic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
but
don't-
it's in your best interest
I can-
to keep things civil. You don't want to tell the bitch like, "Shut up! I don't care about your fucking stories."
Well, I
God,
have. So
Jesus, come here.
I,
Is that- Sorry. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. You know what? Hold it in.
I mean,
I
just tell
disagree with you.
people,
I just,
yeah.
I mean, you don't have to be best friends. I just feel like
I don't think you have to be best friends, but I think it's
But, like,
within
I
your
can
best
still tell,
interest to
like-
stay civil.
yes, civil.
You know,
But
you
like when
still
you're
have to
going
get a
on
story,
and
right?
on and I got shit to do, it's kind of like, can you give me the short version, Cliff notes?
yeah, but you actually tell people that shit.
I do. And they still
you got the
keep talking.
balls.
I just feel like, well, let's just save us all time, right? Because you're annoying me or you're telling me about your kids. I don't care about your kids.
I've actually been talking to Liz and like telling her some shit, and she'd be like, "Are you like done with the story yet?"
Did I?
I'll be like, "All right, bitch, the fuck. I'll be done
Listen,
with it. I'll
you
wrap
should
it up
talk
right
to
now."
somebody. You're
You know
very
what? I don't even
aggressive.
feel like talking anymore. You know what? That was great.
Beating
I'm
up
glad
people and-
that we had this opportunity, but like I don't even feel like talking anymore. I'm
Have I
done.
said
She's like,
Yeah.
She's like, fuck you, Nick.
I've been like talking
I'm
about
over it.
Yeah, I've been talking about some shit, and she'd be like, "Okay, like I feel like we're done with this now. Like, do you have anything else?" to
She's like,
say?"
"Can we
when
play
are
Uno?
Or she'll
Can
be
we
like,
play Uno?
or she'll be like, "When are we getting to the point?" And I'm like, "Damn, you know what? Fuck the point. I
Wow.
don't even care. I'm keeping it to myself.
You
don't
should
get to
have
know
a
the
camera
point
just
now."
follow you around with all your smirks.
Oh my
She's-
God.
yeah.
I mean,
No, Liz is really short. Yeah,
I
she
am,
don't care.
because
Yeah.
I know she's short.
I just want to cut to the chase. Yeah. If I just,
No,
why? Just
she's short in conversation.
I waste
sometimes.
my time.
Yeah, she does
Or
not.
then there's this one coworker who I like very much. I enjoy her. She's one of my favorite people to work with, Ashley. Not the Ashley, the other Ashley. And she said, she
another Ashley.
comes up to me and she's like showing me pictures of her kids, and like at a zoo. I don't even know what it was, an aquarium. And I'm looking at this and I'm humoring her.
You're like, oh, these
She
kids are
knows
fucking
I don't
ugly.
like kids. But she's showing me anyway. And I'm thinking, is there anyone else in here you can show these to?
Can I show you my kid?
So finally I couldn't take it. I go, are we just gonna keep doing this? Like, are we almost done?
You need a hug.
No, it's not a hub, but I don't. If I know it's a topic that you clearly aren't interested in, I'm not gonna go and engage in conversation about it.
Yeah.
You should watch my son. He's a lovely
He's a
person.
cutie pie. He's cute.
God.
For now, for 5 seconds, but
Yeah.
show some fucking pictures. All right, not gonna be cute anymore. She'd be
Yeah.
like, I'm done with this shit.
I'm just gonna show you. I'm gonna send you a new picture of my son every single day.
Like there's one guy, he was not a single father. He had a wife. They had one child, and he would just complain about how hard it was to be a parent. As you know, to be a parent, so hard. You don't understand. You just don't understand. And one day I'm like, just shut the fuck up about your kids. You know, like I'm tired of hearing you complain about your kids. I'm tired of it. And he said, but I love my kids. I go, I'm sure you do, but you act like you're a single dad, and you know you have no help. I go, you're married. You have one kid.
Right.
There are people out there with several kids, and there's one parent. So I don't even know what you're complaining about, and you
Yeah,
don't even
work.
work full time. So shut up.
sister. Yeah, tell him.
And it's funny. So I said this to him. You know, he's like, "Yeah, my wife said I complain a lot about the kids." I go, "Because you do, right?" And then she came into my job because she works in the same company, and she said, "Liz, thank you so much." I said, "Why?" She said, "Because I've been telling him for years. All he does is complain about our daughter, and he always says I'm wrong." I go, "Well, did you tell him?" You know, I go, "Well, I told him that because he said that to me, and I said I did tell him that you were right." She said, "Thank you so much." She's like, "I would put on a calendar every time he complained."
Oh, really?
And then when he says, I never complain, she's like, really? Well, according to the calendar, you do.
Hey, here you go.
Man, you
Well,
got
I'm
him.
just saying there's only so much I can take. Like, there's some people I know that I'm sure I annoy. I'm sure I do, which is fine, but I don't try to talk to you if I know you don't like me.
That's fair.
So don't try to talk to me about subjects that you know, like, drive me nuts.
Like giving you a hug.
And that, yeah. Someone gave me a hug the other day. Oh, I was, not to change the subject, but I was at work and we were getting coffee, and we were in like one of the little marketplaces, and someone who didn't know me, she's a girlfriend of someone I work with, and she came up and she gave me a hug. And I'm not gonna be like mean and be like, get off me, right?
Don't hit the mic.
So I hugged her to be nice. My coworker started screaming like, oh my God, she just hugged someone. Like, it was the craziest thing they ever saw.
Right.
I don't think I've ever seen you hug anybody.
I hugged you once. I hugged Nico twice, and that was it. Like, twice in 1 year. He asked me.
She's
got tapped. She's got tapped.
Yeah, I hugged you before. You went. It was like right before you. I know exactly when I hugged. I know exactly who I hug and how many times.
What the?
Yeah, she don't like.
You were going to Orlando like a year and a half ago, and you gave me a hug. So I was like, "What is this for?" Oh, I remember that. I remember these things.
What was this for?
Yeah, I'm like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?"
Oh my God, Jesus, God, you should talk to somebody. You should just talk to your podcast.
And I keep checking when people hug. I saw you hug him one time. I'm like, wow, I'm wondering if Nick wanted that hug. Like, because that's how I think.
I hug Nick all the time.
But that's how I think. I'm like, wow, I wouldn't want somebody in my space like that.
I'm like a giant teddy bear, though.
Yeah, you are.
I know.
Oh, there's another time you hugged me. I'm not gonna talk about it. I was upset. You did. Anyway,
Anyway,
What
moral
the
of the story.
I forgot we were filming an episode.
No, but what? Sometimes there's employees that they fucking talk too much,
Yeah.
And
or
customers
there's
too.
The what?
yeah,
customer.
there's
Oh, and they know, like, you'll
They
be
know
busy.
it. They know it.
They know you're busy, and they'll just keep
it's
talking. I feel
brutal.
like it's a game.
so
And you know what I do? I start slowly walking away, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go. Or
I have been in one particular situation where I had a customer. They were a good customer. They came maybe like 3 times a year, and whenever I was working, they would come. They would see me, and I would know that I was in for like a full, like at least like an hour, and I would be like working, like it's busy, like I'm trying to do shit, and there they are, and they're just like talking to me, and I'm talking back to be polite. It's a good customer. They come all the time, and I'm talking, and it's like back and forth, and it's like I really appreciate, the fact that you like me that much, and I understand, right? Because like I know that. That we're part of people's like memories and we're part of people's experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
They come like so many times part of the season. So like I try to be very respectful of that.
Yeah.
Because I know that we're their core memories. Like they think, oh, like we went to, Cape May and we saw like Nick, and like that's part of their itinerary. Like when they
Right.
make like their whole itinerary for what it is that they want to do. Like they know what it is that they're trying to see. They know the people that they want to go to, right? Like, or it's like coming to your restaurant and be like, oh, I got to go see George.
you know it.
You know what I mean? Because it's like you're part of that experience. So like I try
Holla
to
if
be
you hear
very
me.
mindful. But,
Yeah.
like there's been times when I'm like, oh my God, like I can't.
Yeah.
I'm like, please.
Like, I'm just I can't. When someone starts talking to me, I'm like, oh God.
It's obvious when you don't want to talk to them, George.
Oh man, I'm like, I don't want. Nope, I'm out.
You came in. You came to Shimon. I think it appeared as if they were trying to engage in conversation. You were out of that restaurant so fast.
See? I am in and out unless I know who you are,
yeah.
or I know you're somebody I have your number on my phone. I don't want to talk to you because everybody knows oh my god, George, my god, haven't seen you in about a year. I'm like, who the fuck are you? But yeah,
It's
and I'm
tough. Yeah,
One of my tricks is I tried to slide somebody else in the conversation,
Yeah.
or I'll bring somebody else into the conversation and then I'll dip.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try
like
that
a-
Oh, I've done
that's
that.
like a,
I'm gonna do that
that's
one.
Like a real, that's one of my signatures. I'm done talking to this fucking person, but I feel rude leaving.
Yeah.
So I'll keep talking and entertaining the idea of talking to you or that I'm enjoying it, and then somebody else will come along and I'll be like, oh hey, blip, 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 blip. I'll be like, yo, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Don't come back.
Yeah. And that's Nick's
done.
advice.
Just be done. Go to the
Bounce,
bathroom. be
yeah.
done. Bounce out of that bitch. I ain't doing that.
I support that. All right. That's our advice for the day.
That's our advice
Be-
for today
be
for
mindful.
Restaurant Punk.
Restaurant Punk.
Yeah.
Ow. She would.
You
just,
won't admit who it is? Why?
No, I
Why?
just don't want to talk about it. Anyway.
Oh.
So
Okay. Don't talk about it, George.
yeah, the cameras are rolling.
Don't talk about it, George.
All right, don't talk about it.
Restaurant Punk, what's up?